Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview. Sunderland versus Doncaster Rovers this Saturday up at the Stadium of Light. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview. Sunderland versus Doncaster Rovers in League One this Saturday, Stadium of Light, and it's a big game towards the top end of League One. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for returning. Your support is greatly appreciated. If this video has brought you to the channel, welcome. Where have you been? Click that subscribe button so you do not miss any future content, and welcome to the channel. Hope you stick around. If you are new, this is the format that we go through match previews. We look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, look at the current form across all competitions. I pick a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words on. We take a quick look at the opponent, a brief history, in this case Sunderland, and then me and the family do a score prediction for every single league game. There's an update on that table, and then my score prediction for the upcoming game is at the very end. So, moving on to previous meetings, it's not looking good for the Rovers. We've only faced Sunderland on 9 occasions. We've only won 2 of those. Not very good. Sunderland have come out on top on 5 occasions, which leaves 2 where we have shared the spoils. Looking back at the last 5 meetings, all in League One, and Sunderland have the edge. It's not a good omen for this Saturday for us Rovers fans, unfortunately. But going back to the 2018-19 season, a 1-0 home defeat and then a 2-0 defeat at the Stadium of Light. And then moving into the 19-20 season, a 2-1 defeat at the Keepmoat and then a respectable 0-0 draw away from home. And then earlier on this season, it's a game that I don't really want to spend too much time on. It was a 1-1 draw with a very late goal by Okenabiri, and that has left me in quite a sticky spot. If you want to know more about that, my Twitter is linked in the description down below. But in a nutshell, couldn't see us scoring in a month of Sundays. Put on Twitter, if we did score, I'd run around the Keepmoat naked. Lo and behold, Brad Halliday comes in, whips it across, and Okenabiri does all he can to miss, but it ends up in the back of the net. And that tweet gathered quite a bit of momentum, raising money for it. The Eves Merton Dreams Trust link is in the description down below as well. If you can spare anything, it would be greatly appreciated. Want to get up to £750, and then you'll see me running around the Keepmoat. I said naked, but I do want a little bit of coverage on the important part, but it is what it is. Won a point in that game. Hopefully we can do a little bit extra up at the Stadium of Light and bring home the 3 points. So yeah, that's what happened in the return fixture. Moving on to current form, Donny, we're in fantastic form before Tuesday night. Over our last 5, 3 wins, and we've now got 2 defeats thanks to the 3-1 defeat at struggling Fleetwood. All of the form just went against it. Very poor performance, but I'll get into that in a short while. Sunderland, on the other hand, looking a little bit inconsistent, to say the least, over the last 5, with 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat on Tuesday night. And that defeat on Tuesday came at the hands of Shrewsbury, 2-1, and it leaves them 2 points, leaves Sunderland 2 points behind Charlton in 6th place, but they do have a game in hand, so winning that game in hand will make them leapfrog Charlton. But they will be looking at Accrington, Stanley and Oxford fixtures and results because they're hot on their heels, and both of those teams have got games in hand on Sunderland as well, all on 41 or 40 points, so very, very tight and congested in and around the playoff picture, which is why this is such a big game. Since Lee Johnson took charge, Sunderland have continued, in my opinion, in very similar form as what they had at the start of the season. They're struggling to find the elusive wins, drawing a lot of games. They've drawn the most games in League One, but they don't get beat very often. They've lost the least amount as well. 11 draws, 5 defeats and 10 wins. So yeah, you can see it's, as I say, they're they're struggling to find that winning formula, but I think Lee Johnson will find that winning formula given time, given a couple of transfer windows. Sunderland fans, let me know in the comments down below, do you think Lee Johnson is the man for the job? Do you think he'll get given that time? It's not really seen that often in football nowadays, but we will see. I think he's a very good manager, personally. I think you've got a decent manager on your hands, but yeah, you guys know your club better than what I do. Let me know in the comments down below. But for me, Sunderland will be looking to get those 3 points on the board as often as they can to put the pressure on Accrington, Stanley and Oxford below them, and try and grab at least a playoff spot. There's plenty of time to go in the season, and as I say, very congested in and around the top of the table. Moving on to Donny, as I touched upon, a very, very poor performance, and very out of character performance from not just one or two individuals in the team. It was just a collective poor performance on Tuesday night against Fleetwood. Started brightly, started very well. We moved the ball around fairly quickly, playing it through the thirds as we like to do. Got the goal, and at that point I thought, happy days, let's grab this game by the scruff of the neck. Let's put Fleetwood to the sword. They're struggling, low on confidence, but it just didn't happen. We didn't get out of second gear. Wayward passes, just whatever you can think of as a football fan to describe a poor performance, we did it on Tuesday night, and as I say, very, very out of character. But Fleetwood are somewhat of a bogey team for the Rovers, as a Sunderland, as you saw with our history. But yeah, we've always struggled to beat Fleetwood away. I don't think we've ever beat them away. So I was on a podcast on the night before the game. Fleetwood Cod's Vlogs was on there as well, and we had the discussion. The form was all pointing in one direction. It was pointing for a Donny win, and a comprehensive win at that. And we both said that it'd probably be a scrappy 1-0 Fleetwood win. But little did we know that Fleetwood were going to play so well and we were going to play so poorly. And Fleetwood deserved the 3-1 win, and hopefully that's the kick up the backside that we need. We were on a very good run of form, and that has just put a little stop to it. Disappointed because we had a very good opportunity to close the gap. Lincoln and Hull drawing 0-0. So yeah, disappointing not to take that opportunity. Second time this season, got beat against Shrewsbury earlier on in the season, and we could have gone top on that occasion. This one, it was about closing the gap with our games in hand, and we missed this occasion too. So hopefully that's not a bad omen for the rest of the season, and we get back to winning ways on Saturday. But minimum, we want a response and a good performance, or I do anyway. Moving on to player focus. For this video, I have gone with one of our new signings, Omar Bogle. He made his debut late on against Fleetwood, and for me, he looked strong, he looked powerful. I think a bit more fitness in him. We've got a very good player. He's had quite a bit of negative comments thrown his way from Charlton fans and other fans, saying that they were glad that he's gone. Hopefully Darren Moore's the man to get him firing on all cylinders. It gives us another option up front. I think Fajiri, Okunabiri is a lot better out wide. Omar Bogle, when he came on, we looked like we might be a bit more threatening going forward. His hold-up play looked decent. A tough game to come in to make your debut, but hopefully we see more of him over the coming weeks and we get to see more of what he's about. But from the glimpses Tuesday night, I think it's a positive signing, and hopefully, as I say, Darren Moore gets him firing on all cylinders. We saw with John Marquis, wasn't really a out-and-out goal scorer before he came to Doncaster. He's one of our best strikers that we've had in recent years, so hopefully Omar goes along those same paths as what Marquis did. We will see. Moving on to the opponent, Sunderland. Founded in 1879, currently managed, as we say, by Lee Johnson. I'm a fan of Lee Johnson. It looks like he's trying to still kind of put a stamp on the squad. Looking back at previous games, he's been happy to change up the formation, 4-2-2-2, 4-4-2, 4-3-3. So he's clearly playing with the players that he's got, trying to work out his best setup. And and they're avoiding defeats, which is always a good thing. So I think with time, a couple of transfer windows, Lee Johnson could have Sunderland back where they really belong, Championship, Premiership level. But as I say, he needs that time and he needs that backing. Is he going to get that? Sunderland fans, let me know. A couple of honours over, I was going to say recent years, but some of them are quite some time ago. First Division winners back in 1935-36. The more recent one, winning the Championship in the 2006-07 season. And Sunderland have won the FA Cup on a couple of occasions, the most recent in 1972-73. And for me, the one to watch for Sunderland on Saturday is their top scorer, 17 goals this season. It is Charlie Wyke, a fantastic player, massive threat up front. And on Tuesday night, Tom Anderson looked like it was a concussion, so potentially he's out, so it'll be Butler and Wright as centre-back pairing. They are going to have their hands full with this guy, and they'll need support from the midfield and the left back and right back, because assists are coming from all over the team. There's not really an out-and-out player who's got the most assists. There's Lyndon Gooch on 7, but then there's so many other players on 4 assists, so literally the ball can come from any direction, and Charlie generally is on the end of it to put it away. So Charlie Wyke, the one to watch for me. If we keep him quiet, stop the service into him, we've got a good chance of coming away from the Stadium of Light with something. On to the Predictions League table. So as I said at the start of the video, me and the family have predicted the scoreline for every league game so far this season. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the result right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get completely wrong, we get no points. Tuesday night, confidence was high, as it was with pretty much every single Rovers fan. All 4 of us went for a Rovers win. We got beat, so the scorelines don't matter because nobody gets any points. The table stays as it is, or stays as it was previously, which is Max on top on 18 points, Chris in second on 17, Dad in third on 16, and then there's me holding everybody up at the bottom on 13 points. Hopefully a correct score prediction comes in on Saturday and it pulls me back in to the rest of the group. We will see. And that leads me on to my score prediction, and as we've gone through in the video, bit of a bogey team for us, Sunderland. Darren Moore's got the manager of the month. That can be a bad omen as well in football. Poor performance on Tuesday. I'm hoping for a response, but Sunderland, very difficult team to beat, only lost 5 this season. I think it's going to be the same on Saturday. I'm going with the standard Sunderland result. I'm going with a draw. I'm going Sunderland 2, Doncaster Rovers 2. I love the 3 points though. And that is it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, whack a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Let me know your thoughts on the upcoming game, and also let me know your thoughts on Tuesday night's game. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.